So I'm going to finish this chapter so that you can hear it before you leave in the plane. I love you so much. This time Ribsy wasn't taking any chances with the clothesline getting wound around his legs. He wound it around his hand so that there was only a foot of rope between his hand and Ribsy's collar. Ribsy did not behave any better the second time he was shown than he had the first. When Henry's turn came to lead him across the ring, he stopped to growl at a boxer. The boxer growled back. Henry heard Scooter say, "If that mutt doesn't look out, he's going to get all bit up." Ribsy growled louder. The snarling boxer advanced, dragging the little girl who owned him along the end of his leash. Henry tried to pull Ribsy away, but Ribsy ignored him. The dogs circled around one another, pulling their owners after them. Henry yanked so hard at Ribsy's collar the dog choked. The boxer snarled and sprang at Ribsy, using his powerful front paws to knock over the smaller dog. Henry's hand was wound in the rope and he could not let go. He was pulled down on his stomach with his face in the grass. "Look, Henry's in a dog fight!" screamed Beezus in great excitement. The boxer's owner began to cry. Henry was so mixed up, he wasn't sure what was happening. He smelled the damp grass and felt it tickling his nose. He could hear snarls, growls, and barks. He could hear children screaming and yelling. The boxer stepped on his back. Henry said, "Oof." He lifted his face from the grass in time to see a Boy Scout try to stop the fight by throwing a pan of water at the dogs. He missed the dogs, but he didn't miss Henry. Two judges ran into the ring and grabbed the dogs by their hind legs. They yanked the snarling animals apart. "All right, son, go ahead," ordered one judge, while the other helped the little girl hold her boxer. Embarrassed and dripping, Henry got up from the grass and, without looking either right or left, hurried Ribsy across the ring and back. Finally, only Henry and another boy were left. The judge stepped to the center of the ring. "The big cup for the best dog in the whole show goes to the boy with the setter." Everybody clapped when he handed the boy one of the big silver cups. Ribsy growled at the winner. "And now," said the judge, "the cup for the most unusual dog in the show goes to the boy with a mixed breed dog." He handed Henry the other big silver cup. "Gee, thanks," was all Henry could say. He won! He got the cup he wanted. The audience clapped and he heard Beezus shout, "Hooray for Henry!" He thought Ribsy looked pleased. Everyone gathered around to admire his cup until a newspaper photographer asked them to stand back while he took a picture of Henry and his dog and wrote down his name and address. Henry was going to have his picture in the paper. "Congratulations," said Scooter, "but I still think he's a mutt." "Well, anyway, he won a bigger cup than Rags," boasted Henry. "But I guess Rags is a pretty good dog, too. Good old Ribsy. Now we'll get you a drink of water." He led Ribsy to the nearest drinking fountain. He filled the silver cup with water and put it to the ground. Ribsy greedily lapped up the water. Henry patted him. "Good old Ribsy. I knew you wouldn't drink out of any dish but your own." I'm glad you're enjoying this story. This was one of the kids' favorites when they were, Beto and Jenna's favorites when they were much younger. So, Henry Huggins by Beverly Cleary. I'll read the next chapter soon. I love you, kids. Have a great journey.